Is cryptocurrency here to stay, or this is a bubble that is just about to burst?
Most certainly, it's here to stay. Yeah? When we look at things right now with COVID happening and all that, the digital space is really thriving. With digital assets, we have a market capitalization of about $300 billion currently, 24-hour volume of $130 billion.
Is it an alternative asset or the go-to asset?
It is an alternative asset, yeah. When we look at it right now with curfews, with social distancing and all that happening, people have been pushed to actually transact virtually. You know, even the financial system has been affected massively with exactly what is happening. And what is happening, even businesses that are online are actually accepting digital assets as a mode of payment. You know, this means that the future is very bright. The value will keep on rising because the demand is growing, you know. So if you're someone who's looking into hedging at it, you can buy when the price is low with a prediction of the price rising higher, and you can be able to sell for profits in future. Yeah. So I think it works both ways. And right now, we are actually in a very good space in as far as the digital economy is concerned.
Are we pushing people away from Bitcoin by talking about the possibility of a digital dollar?
The governments have actually been pushed to find a way of regulating the digital asset space. Yeah. It's sort of look at it from a way that if you cannot beat them, then it's best you join them. Yeah. So it became very difficult to regulate Bitcoin and other altcoins once it was released onto the internet. The market cap is really huge. The trade volumes are really huge. So it's actually become very difficult for governments to try and regulate this space. So in a bid to actually find regulatory measures in place, they have sat down, governments like US, Sweden, China, you know, they've all sat down and they've decided now they're working on the central banks are working on their own digital assets. Yeah. So it's basically in a bid to regulate this space and also to be futuristic, because this is actually here to stay, you know, and it's a very good mode of transaction. It's online, it's fast, you can transact huge amounts of money, you know, in a very short period of time. You don't have a lot of challenges that are currently being experienced in the financial system as is right now.
What is making Bitcoin special in the digital currency space?
Bitcoin was actually the first digital asset to be released. Yeah. So all other assets that have started all fall under Bitcoin. You know, Bitcoin has a dominance of about above 60% in the market trading volume and the market capitalization. Yeah. So it's basically the main technology, and all other small currencies that are starting up with now the basis and the backbone of Bitcoin. Yeah. So Bitcoin has actually gotten a long period of time to gain traction globally in all countries. Yeah. So many people, we have hundreds of millions of people who are transacting on Bitcoin online. Yeah. It's going to be very difficult for any other currency to come in and, you know, take over, step on the mother currency. Yeah. It's going to be very difficult for them.
Who are you training today?
Well, actually, I would say that penetration has been received quite openly. It's still at its early inception, yeah. But we have quite a number of platforms of mentorship, of mass education related to blockchain and cryptocurrencies that are training people on how to transact online on digital currencies in a safe way. Because what I can say is cybercrime is real. You know, there are so many cyber criminals out there, especially with the fact that it's not regulated. So it's many people are very jittery into getting into it because of that. Yeah. So there are many mentorship platforms that have been started. Young people all the way from as early as in college to guys who are already working to guys in the technical space, engineers, you know, I mean, we are training all sorts of people, and we're even starting from as early as children, yeah, to teach them how to transact on digital assets online, because this is their future, you know. Right now it's still in the early inception, but 10 years, 20 years from now, you know, you never know, we just may looking at the trends and what is happening, everything may just be, you know, digital transactions. Hence